Hey guys, can you hear me? Just a few minutes. Maybe should have waited longer, I'm not sure. Hello everybody, put on my little hattie hat. It's not too dark, I hope. I'm using the inside of the camera, which is not the best, but it is from the new iPhone, so I hope you guys are happy with the quality, even if it's live. Now, I started this because I want to answer some of your questions. So if you have questions about your dance world, your social dance world, how can you get into congresses and what are the steps, which maybe we get into these, maybe some of you just would like to dance, but to get started with, sorry for that, I have my other old mobile here, which basically is giving me a reminder that I have live. I'm gonna go into some already questions that people ask me in the comments, and I'm gonna reply as best as I can, short as I can. And after that, if we have any comments from you guys as well, let me check the messenger. Hey guys, how you doing? All right, cool. So the first question, it's very easy to reply. It's just like, could you do some lower level combinations in bachata and salsa? Of course, you've noticed that I really like the advanced and the master classes and the crazy handworks, but I also do have, if you go to my channel videos, there's a search bar in my channel. If you put improver, you'll find a lot of those. But I do promise to make more, because doing something simple but that looks nice, it's very rare. So you have to put some thought behind it. Remember as well, when you also start making your own combinations and fusing with everything you know. All right, now this is a nice one about connection with hands. Well, I can't really show it without a partner leaning backwards, but the fingers are the ones that are working, not your thumb. So you never want this whole huge distance to turn it into this small distance and this kind of ugly hold. You want to be here. And plus, don't do a hook. You see that? As the fingers are like that, slight bend inwards with a curve, and this will contact the guy and you will curve just like that. Then you can pressure and pull that way. But when you pull, don't use your muscles, use your body weight. And that always makes it look more rubbery, the dance, and more fluent. So you stretch away. So you don't need more connection than this. Even the lady has a styling hand and she's holding with the two fingers. That's enough of resistance to lean her backwards and bring her forward, if she has a very good handhold. If you go fast with some of the handworks and the hand flicks, don't try anything harder than that. That means the connection has been destroyed. And if you try something more difficult, okay? And you can practice this with any partner, beginner, improver, intermediate, advanced, masterclass, dancer, champions, because with everyone we have to learn to create different power from 0 to 100 and in between, so we can dance with everyone. The guy's job is to adjust to the lady's level, and the lady's job is to follow. But she does 70% of the work. I just suggest and give 30% pressure only, or maybe even 20. And the higher the level, the less the pressure the lady needs. She just reacts. And the only way you can get that, the good connection practice and all these things, is practicing socially and practicing a lot with different people and different levels. When I get a beginner, I don't just go, I got a beginner. I'm like, okay, let's see what nice things I can do with beginner moves. Let's see how I can make it more entertaining, not only for the lady, but for me as well. So no matter the level I dance, I have fun. Okay, let's check another one. All right, I'm gonna save this video afterwards, so maybe you find some of this advice is useful. This isn't as nice for my ladies. The guys can benefit from this because the guys have to do it. How to do spins and double spins on one foot, or triple or quadruple, yeah? Well, it's not the easiest thing, but what you need to find is the perfect preparation, and it's a perfect standing position on one foot. Don't lift higher than the ground, and simply touch with your toes softly so you don't go slower by dragging your foot. Just softly touch the inside of your one toe and the other one on the ball of the foot so you can spin. But that's not the best advice. The best advice that goes to the guys as well. Find out one of my lessons. If you check for spins, I have how to do spins by yourself. So ladies, if you can do one spin by yourself, you can do two with a guy. If you taught yourself to do two spins and finish with balance, you can do 2, 3, or maybe even 4. Now, if you come to a very advanced level and you can do 3, 4 spins without needing any help of the guy and finishing with balance and fast, that means the guy can take you for 10, as much as your brain can take it before you start wanting to throw up. Okay, so of course I could do a lesson for that, and I did thought about it, how to do double spins preparations for the lady, the standard way of doing it, some extra techniques of doing it 2 different ways as well, and what's more important, to stop. Because if you do the perfect spin but you stop by falling down, not really much of cause of doing it. All right. How do I remember all the combinations? I guess this goes for the guys, a little bit for the ladies, because the ladies, they want to predict what the guy does because they want to help. And sometimes they go faster trying to think that what you want, but there's just so many possibilities, million of possibilities that you can't really predict. So as I told you, ladies, just practice, 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 and you start finding a correlationship between everything. For the guys, you should do or find a school the way I teach. Not to say it's not the best way, I'll explain why and you tell me if it fits for you. In most schools, they teach for a half a year, 10 months, maybe even a year, 6, 7 combinations in order, and they just parry key that over and over, all right, to make them as good as possible, which that's great. And then there's 2 things happening for which reason? For their show of their school, their yearly school. So in a way, they might be taking advantage of that and not showing you more new things and things you can do and variations with the things that you already know. And plus, when you go out to social dance, you can do it only with your fellow students because you haven't learned to lead differently, different moves. Or if you can lead them, by the time the song is 4 minutes, by the time it comes to 1.5 minutes, you've done your 6 combinations and you just repeat from the beginning. And then how about asking the same lady twice? You're gonna do the same things again? Maybe change the order around a little bit? Still not enough. The way I teach here is that every month, all my levels get a brand new salsa, bachata, and footwork. Every month. Combination salsa, combination bachata, brand new. That's why I have so many videos. I just like to make up a lot of moves all the time, because I know the basis of leading, so I can make up more and more. And sometimes standard things that exist, of course. So by teaching yourself one combination, there's no way you're going to remember in a year all the 12 long combinations, especially if you're an advanced dancer. Even an improver, it works for every level. So what you do is, if you find a teacher that teaches you one combination different every month, you're going to take your favorite 1, 2, 3, or 4 eights in that combination. And when you go out, you're going to do it until you drop. Every lady you take, you're going to do it at least twice with each lady and learn to lead it like second nature. That will go from the frontal cortex to the back to the subconscious, and it will stay in your arsenal, in your library of moves. The next month again, don't try to memorize except in the class the whole combination. Just take a few eights that you like. That's 2 little things. Then 3rd month, 4th month. So not the whole combination. So now you have 4 things times 4 you can mix. And then by the end of the year, you have 12 little 4 eights, not little actually, 4 eights is quite a lot, of each month that you liked, and you connect those. Those are the ones that express you. Those are the ones that you can lead better. Those are the ones that you can play better. And those are the ones that you can mix by themselves. 12 by 12, that's a lot. And by changing 7 different hand techniques, There you go. You're improvising. You're not just parroting moves from your school. Sorry that I took some time there, but I know the guys have that problem because even many years ago that I started, I still feel and remember how it is. How can I remember so many combinations and not be, not boring, but flat when I dance? This is a weird one. COVID, are you going out? Well, I'm not actually, because happy Advent, my friend. Thank you very much, Chris. Welcome. If any of you lost the beginning, don't worry, guys. I'm just gonna have this stay online afterwards. And if you like, you can ask me now any question. I'll just continue with the ones that I know from the comments that were asking. COVID, are you going out dancing socially? Well, no. The only social that I get is about 10, 12 privates a week in my groups from Monday to Friday. We put on masks and then we put some social as well, a few freestyle songs. And that's quite nice, but it's not the same as going out, having a drink and dance. And for about a year now in Cyprus, people are going out and dancing, and even without masks. And we are in a very bad place with COVID. We have many hits. So I denied myself for the past 1.5, almost 2 years going out socially. Then the past year actually that they started going, because I'm gonna close down the school if I get it. I'm not afraid to get it, but if I have to close the school for 2 weeks, that's a half a month of my students not progressing, forgetting, and I don't like doing that. I did it with the operation, and it's too close to do something like that again. And also it could happen again and again, and then you're running out of your cash flow for a half a month. FYI, if you like, I've got a donation link in the description. I'll put it later, or maybe I did already. I don't remember. And this is exactly what's happening. Now, in your situation, if you're a student and your job is not depending on it, you're working from home, so even if you get the COVID, you can still work, go out and dance. And if you're vaccinated as well, if it's a little bit safer, do it. I mean, I've seen congresses that people are started, they're not, I see 1, 2 people out of 100 wearing masks, and I don't think that actually works, because you're touching so many hands. One hand that a lady danced with 10 other guys before, and you danced with 10 other girls before. So you can't really do much. Decide with your life according to how you're going to work. I just missed really much, and I can't find a way out of it. Yeah, I know it sounds sad. Okay, that's a nice one. What is Cyprus like? Well, Cyprus is a Mediterranean island. We are less than 1 million population, about 800,000. With the foreigners staying in the countries and working and having their visa or the permanent citizenship, we're about 1,200,000. And I was in England, I was in the USA, different countries, and I came back because it's a beautiful place to be. The weather is mostly sunny. Even if there's clouds, you can still feel the sunshine. Our winters are very soft. Maybe a little bit rain, and we're like 20 years behind in crime. We do have a few things here and there, but it's very rare because it's a very small community and you can't get away with much. So you should come. We've got all these beautiful things, like palm trees, beaches, clean corals and all that thing, and come over to my school. Let's do a lesson. Hey guys, welcome. Now, if you have questions again, put them, don't be shy, but I will continue here. How to practice to improve fast, really fast. Well, if you try to do something that you don't know very fast, how many possibilities, how much percentage do you think you have that you're gonna do at least one mistake? Something that you're not really aware of, you haven't practiced it, you've just seen it, you've done it 2 times, and then you put music, you go much faster. How much possibilities is there from 1 to 100 to make even a little mistake? 99%, yeah? So that's a lot of percentage to do a mistake. So you put it again faster and you try again and again and again. You end up half an hour after, you got it, maybe. So what I would suggest is put the music slower, and even that, just memorize it. Practice in slow motion, your hands, your fingers up to the last detail and shoulder, and listen to inside your head the music. For example, you like ran gan gan, it goes dun 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 tuku tuku ku pam pam pam. Memorize a few first phrasing and just keep on doing them as clean as possible and slow. I've learned this from the guitar of many years, that by going slower, there's a 99% chance you're doing everything correctly and you're watching in the mirror and you can stay and fix anything that went wrong. And then after a few repetitions of 10 minutes of 4 or 5 times the move in very slow and mind to muscle connection, you will memorize it so well you can put the song in slower. Do it better, do it full. If you see you're not doing it full, put it slower, without cheating the hand all the way out, and you do it halfway and you bring it in. That's cheating on the whole move. And once you feel that you've opened up completely, then you can put the faster song. And that's how you move faster in anything, guys. Practice everything slow, without music, and with perfection as much as you can. Then move faster, then put slow music, then put faster. And that takes a few days as well. You can't do it in one day. Unless it's just 1, 2, 8 you want to practice, you can do all this procedure in one day. Okay, guys, let's see if we have how much you train, how to choose the song, faster way to do it. Okay, there's 2 last questions. Actually, there's a bunch of more, but these ones are important for some of you that want to learn to go in a higher level. How much do you train for a show? You might think it's excessive, but first of all, I start choreographing a show from finding the music. That's how I start. Or from thinking an idea and making my own music, which I'm a musician as well, and making it fit to my choreography. That's a very good extra bonus if you know how to play a few instruments like the conga or the güiro, the clave, and all these things. But the main thing is finding the right songs, editing it perfectly without anybody noticing it. For me, it's repeating the repetitions, or for other people, it's putting only the congas, whatever you feel like it. But that's gotta happen 6 months before the show. And listen to that song without any mobile distractions in the other room. Just listen to that song every day and imagine how you would dance it. And start coming up with ideas in the middle and the end. How would you finish? What's the pose you're gonna start with your partner or alone? And after you do that for a couple of months, then you have about 4 months before. The 4th month, you start drawing out, because you start having an idea of the movements, you start drawing out your outfit. Careful with the budget and Swarovski. I just had a few Swarovski around here in a net one, and with a cut here, and the net was 10 euros, and the Swarovski were 250 euros. So be careful what you buy and what kind of show you're gonna do and how much money you're gonna get back. Now, the last 3 months, I practice just 5 days a week, but every time it's 10 times per day. I do it first time, I warm up, I do it without music, in my head the music, then I do it slow, then I do it regular, then 6 more times in the regular speed. If you're not up to it, you have 3 months to go slower and bring it faster every couple of weeks. Now, let's do some math. If you practice 5 times a week, 10, that's 50 times a week. For 1 month, that's 200 times. For 3 months, that's 600 times rehearsals. And trust me, if you ever do that, you'll get up on stage, and even if you think your brain froze, your body will continue by itself. All right? So if you really want to practice in that kind of level, it's up to you guys. So the last question that I'm gonna say, there's a few more. For example, how to choose a song for show, or I would say what speaks to you. And the fastest way to learn how to do musicality or listen to music better. Well, that's an easy one. First of all, check my playlist, which says musicality or musicality and isolations, and that will bring you into a very good idea. And second of all, I'll be honest with you, learn to play the basic tumbao, the basic pattern, what it means, on the conga. Pa, 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 pa. Learn the basic clave. Get the sticks and learn how to hold them. I've got a YouTube video on that as well. You can find anywhere how to make a good sound by producing a hole in the hand. Learn the giro, simple little things that when you play them with the music, you will be confused a little bit, but then slowly, you start just sliding and talking to somebody and just your hand goes automatically. So when you dance, you're gonna pick up those sounds on them. You're gonna play on them. So actually, I couldn't find a better way to finish this live with finishing with musicality. Again, check in my playlist. You will find better what you're looking for because I have 1,200 videos, guys, and you gotta go to the playlist. Salsa moves, bachata moves, and then we have 40 salsa moves in half an hour. I put them all together. There's just so many things: styling, isolation. Let's talk salsa. There is from shows, social dancing from different countries I dance. So you'll find many, many useful things in my playlist instead of just searching the channel around in what order I upload. I just want to help, and there's just so many ways. So guys, thank you very much for your support. This was my first scheduled live, and that's why I set up the conga and the Christmas things. Happy holidays. I hope you all have fun and you relax. Health to your family and your loved ones, because that is number one. Trust me, after my foot surgery and not be able to dance for about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, it was very difficult psychologically. So health first, and then keep on dancing until you drop. All right, guys, let's see how we close this. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? No, not really. But thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. P.S. Check the latest video. It's so cool.